correctly, and the lawsuit has two parts to it. One part is whether or not Mr. Obama has adequately shown that he was born in Hawaii. We say no. And we'll get into the particulars of that. But
okay, well, no, actually, Mario, go ahead right now. You got the floor. Why do you think he hasn't shown adequate proof to be in Hawaii?
Let's get the second point on the floor, though, about our lawsuit, which is a major point.
Okay, go ahead. Go with the second one.
Okay, yeah, the second point, which is critical, is the definition of a natural-born citizen. Now, we contend, and we've shown it by historical records, United States Supreme Court cases, evidence from the founding era itself, that a natural-born citizen is a child born in the United States to two U.S. citizen parents. That is a natural-born citizen. That status exists right in Article 2, and it is only for the President of the United States. And the reason it's there is because the Founding Fathers wanted to assure that the President, who is a singular position of power, he's all by himself, he had no foreign influence, he was totally attached to America from the moment of birth, and also in the family. You have to grow in an environment that gives you the values of being an American. That's where the two parents come in from. Not one, but two, because if you have one parent that's not a citizen, you acquire a foreign allegiance just as though both parents were not citizens. So it's not like you acquired a half or a quarter or a third. You acquire a full foreign allegiance, which with Mr. Obama, he is a British subject by birth.
I got you. He was born in Kenya. His father was born, we know for a fact, his father was born in Kenya.
Yes.
So that he was not an American citizen. So you're saying the second point of your lawsuit almost in a sense, by self-definition, Obama, you're saying, is ineligible to be president of the United States because his father was born in Kenya, correct?
Yes, his father was born in Kenya under the British Nationality Act of 1948. It was a colony, so anybody born on that particular soil was a British subject. And also, Obama himself is a British subject because he was the son of a British subject. So he also, at birth, apart from his father being a British subject, he himself was a British subject. So he's born with a foreign allegiance, just like a naturalized citizen who cannot be president. You can be a naturalized citizen and you become an American, you swear allegiance to America, but you still cannot be president because you were born with a foreign allegiance. So you're not born, from birth with sole allegiance and attachment and loyalty to America. The Founding Fathers, they allowed people with divided loyalties at birth to be a president under the grandfather clause of Article 2, which said that you could be just a citizen of the United States. So if you were born here in the colonies, your parents were British, you could have been British yourself, but if you went through the Revolution, you attached to the Revolution, you became an American through a process of the Revolution. And the Founding Fathers knew that those persons were not natural-born citizens, but they were willing to allow them to be president because we were starting a new nation. Nobody was a natural-born citizen, so you had to start it off. But for the future, that's why Article 2 says, after the adoption of the Constitution, then you got to be a natural-born citizen. So you couldn't be just a citizen of the United States, which is what you have under the 14th Amendment. See, if Obama was born in America, he would be a citizen of the United States, but not a natural-born citizen. He would be just like the Founding Fathers were, citizens of the United States. But he can't take advantage of that grandfather clause.
I got you. He has to be a natural-born citizen of the United States.
One sentence point in there yet. Obama's father was not. We are a nation of immigrants. Obama's father was not one. He was never a citizen. He was never an immigrant. He was never even a permanent resident. He was an alien in the United States when Obama was born.
So you're saying by that very definition, he then is ineligible to be president of the United States, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But we're pursuing both points of view.
I got you, both tracks. Now, let me ask you this.
Birth certificate is what we call necessary but not sufficient.
Okay, I got you. Now, going back to the birth certificate issue, point number one. Why do you think Obama has not shown enough proof of his birth certificate? Go.
Okay, Charlie, go ahead, Charlie.
All right, because he has not shown to any controlling legal authority a birth certificate. All he has shown to the world is a digital image online of a certification short form, computer-generated document, which says that there's a vital record in Hawaii, but doesn't tell you what's really in it. And he hasn't produced it on paper to any controlling legal authority, not even to members of the press, the public press. We got a bunch of young people out there at the Annenberg Foundation, factcheck.org, who allegedly handled it and photographed this piece of paper, but what I think they photographed was a printout of a digital image. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? The digital image created in June 2008, or the piece of paper that they showed a picture of later in 2009? Either way, nobody, no court, no controlling legal authority, no members of the press have actually seen that document of the cold, they call it, the digital image online. They never seen the underlying piece of paper to be able to feel and touch the raised seal if there is one on there.
All right, that's the certificate.
And it's not a birth certificate. A birth certificate has a doctor's name, a hospital, the length of the baby, the weight of the baby. He hasn't produced a birth certificate to anybody, not even online.
I got you. Now, Commander Kerchner, just in terms of all this lingo, so the lay listeners can understand, a COLB is a certificate of legitimate birth, correct?
No, it's a certification. There's a the Obama plays on language.
Certification of legitimate birth. I got you.
Certification of live birth.
Of live birth.
Certification of live birth.
Okay, and that's not the same as a birth certificate, correct?
Right, because the certification of live birth, even a foreigner in Hawaii can get that.
Okay, I got you. All right, gentlemen, we're going to continue this right after the break. 301-984-9570 is the number. We have attorney Mario Apuzzo and Commander Charles Kerchner. They are now spearheading a major federal lawsuit challenging Obama's eligibility to President of the United States. They want to have him reveal his birth certificate, and they want to challenge the very eligibility of him to be the Commander-in-Chief.